Episode 3 of Monsters starts on March 8th, 1990. Jerry, Aziel's wife, Laurel, demands that he head back home immediately. The police have a lawful court order to check their house, and all of this is, of course, Judalon's doing. Aziel can't talk his way out of this, and neither, it seems, can Lyle or Erik. Jerry is forced to hand over the confession tapes, and upon hearing what's on there, the detectives immediately arrest Lyle. Erik is actually away in Israel for a tennis tournament, and he's implored to return home by Jerry. The last thing he needs is to be arrested and thrown in a Middle Eastern jail. Now, it's also worth pointing out that Jerry is the name of his lawyer as well as the name of his therapist, so it does get a little bit confusing here. Erik returns and goes willingly with the officers, a stark contrast to the way Lyle is arrested. As fate would have it, they happen to be in adjacent cells. The pair hold hands at night and try to come up with a way of getting out of this sticky situation. While Erik is struggling, one of the guys inside takes a fancy to him. This is Tony, and Erik overhears the guy talk about how he waits 20 minutes before having showers by himself, and the pair start to grow an affection to one another as a result. Erik appears to be gay, but he's repressed this side of him, partly thanks to his father. It seems Kyle might survive after all behind bars, but Lyle is the polar opposite. He's struggling, and after starting off quite strong, his facade slowly slips. Their lawyer, Jerry, exasperates as he believes they're only worried about the superficial side of how they look on camera and caring about their products, rather than focusing on the case itself. Jerry is quick to point out they need to get their act together. They could be facing the gas chamber, but Erik suggests they bring up what happened to them both before the murders. It appears they have a lot of deep-rooted resentment for their parents, which could be linked to past abuse. The guards do a check of the cells not long after and find a series of notes about their getaway story. It's as elaborate as it is incredulous, but the ensuing result sees Lyle move to a different cell block. The one saving grace here though for the boys could well be Leslie Abramson. She's notorious for being the defense attorney in town to some of society's most reprehensible people. She looks at the mental state of those individuals who committed crimes and tries to look at the nuance of each crime. And of course, juries do not like nuance, so that plays right up to the Menendez case. Leslie's reputation sees her recruited to the case. She lets rip on Erik in prison, pointing out all their biggest mistakes. However, the line, "We alone know the secrets of our family's past," is something that's caught Leslie's attention. She wants to know precisely what this means. Erik can't look her in the face, but Leslie believes he needs to talk to a therapist, a proper one this time, Dr. William Vicari. Unlike Aziel, he's much more professional. And this time, Erik admits there's a proper reason behind why they killed their parents. Hearing this, Vicari immediately hands over the notes he's taken to Leslie, who realises they have a proper case here. Erik admits that he was molested by Lyle when he was little, but never blamed his brother. Why? Well, because Jose molested Lyle and then turned his attention to Erik and did the same thing to him. Erik goes into sickening detail about the abuse, and hearing his confession, Leslie realises this case is far bigger than she thought, which is where episode 3 comes to an end. That confession at the end, with Erik admitting to the abuse he and his brother suffered at the hands of Jose, now contextualises the murders in a completely different light. It's shocking and heartbreaking, but also adds more depth to Erik's ties with Tony behind bars. These small additions are well implemented and add extra depth to the series. The pacing overall has been solid too, and seeing the contrasting fortunes of Lyle and Erik behind bars is well executed, especially how the pair are dealing with life in prison. Everything here is poised on a tentative knife edge, and the next set of episodes promise to be even more dramatic. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.